what you're really doing in today's language is you're creating this side hustle with your art. So if you're working a job and you want to go full time into art, you have to get that side hustle up and running. It's going to take everything you got in the initial period to build that body of work, to learn the craft, and to start making those approaches. Now, whether that's a gallery model or marketing it yourself or having a social media or finding ways that you can leverage your product with other content that you create. Are you the guest on somebody's podcast? Are you creating a YouTube channel? You know, there are so many avenues that we have now to be able to market our work that what I would recommend doing, honestly, if people are just wanting to go into it full time, is first start by just doing it as much as possible while you're working. If you have to cut back on some of those work hours to open up a bit more time, so be it. That's fine. Wake up earlier. You know, maybe if you have to go to bed, if you're a night person, go to bed later instead of turning on the TV and zoning out. If you're tired, great. I hear you. You're tired. Do it anyway. You know, you've got another gear to you know, hit and another level. You're capable of so much more than you realize. And so, and I don't want to be insensitive to people's situations. You know, maybe people have got, I've got a really good friend who's got chronic fatigue. Okay. Try and tell him that. But so I get it. I get that people have challenges, but it's based on where you're at. Can you honestly say you're giving everything that you've got? And I had a friend a few years ago. He was a builder. He would start building at 7 a.m., but he wanted to paint for 2 hours a day. So here he's waking up at 3:30 so he can be in the studio and work from 5 to 7. And then he gets his lunchbox and he goes to the site. This guy's painting. He's getting in, you know, 10 hours a week painting, which is not a bad little chunk of time. So he's able to build up some work, sell a few paintings on the side, and then he was able to go, you know, I've actually got something here. And just when I heard that, I was like, I could wake up earlier. I could fit some more time in. I could do that. So that's one thing that I would really recommend is that keep both going, cover your bases. The other thing that you're going to want to have plugged in is you're going to want to have a target monthly income. What does that dollar amount, just talking brass tacks here, I mean, what does that dollar amount look like? What is your mortgage repayment? What is your rent? What's your food? What are your bills? What amount are you going to have for a little bit of entertainment? Because maybe you want to go out on a Friday night and have pizza. Okay. Maybe you want to have a beer or have a coffee or whatever. We got to live our life. Okay. So what does that look like for you? Come up with a target monthly amount. You know, are you making that with your job currently? Cool. You probably are. So if you are, great. That is what you're going to have to make with your art. And then what I would do if it was me personally, if I had to go back and do it again, I would go full tilt towards that, achieve that target monthly income and exceed it past what I was working for my job. And then I'd say to the boss, see ya.
Yeah.
See you later. I'm an artist now. And I would also have something behind me. And again, I was talking to a friend about this years and years ago. You've got to have some savings. If you're not saving some money, and it's difficult for people to save, I get that. But if you're not saving money, try and just start saving 5%, 10%. Just start putting some money in an account and then grow that account so you've got 6 months worth of expenses. That is not there for you to spend. That's your parachute. So have that month, those 6 months of money just sitting there. What would that do to you psychologically? Right? Now suddenly you can create, not from the point where I need this external. You've got that time cushion there so you can go, I've got some space right now. I can just breathe. And then in that moment, you can just go, all right, I can just breathe. I can just chill in this space. What would I really love to paint right now?